Hello, everybody. Welcome to Misfit Monday.
Hello again.
Hello.
So excited for this episode.
I have so much anxiety brewing.
It's going to be great. I'm Jonny. I'm the DM for the campaign. For the list of cast names, socials, and pronouns, check out the chat or episode description. We stream Ravenloft Misfits each Monday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, excluding the last Monday, kind of, sometimes, not really. I don't think we're going to exclude this Monday. We're going to keep going. We're just going to keep playing.
The
Yeah, we do, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep playing. We'll let you know if we're going to do a one-shot. But in the meantime, make sure to follow us, subscribe to our channel, participate in the chat. If you are watching the recording, please like, comment, share it with your friends, subscribe on YouTube, give us 5 stars on all of the podcasting stuff that you listen to us, join our Discord. We also have merch if you were looking into it. I mean, we'll put a thing in the chat so that you could take a look at that. Anyways, yeah.
Not right now.
Yeah. Joel.
Hi! We would also like to take our time to talk about the sponsors, the supporters for the campaign. Starting with the main one, big boys over at Roll20. If you're watching the stream and looking for a way to get together with friends online, Roll20 is a great way to do that. We don't have it there, but it is for those who don't know, it is a virtual tabletop. It not only plays Dungeons and Dragons, but kind of accommodates to whatever system you want to play. So if you want to, go check them out at roll20.net and check out the chat or episode description for a direct link.
And we want to thank Sirenscape for allowing us to use their awesome music and ambiance application. We've been using it ever since the beginning of this campaign, and we've been using it for one-shots. It's really easy to put stuff together and just play. It's awesome. Check it out. Link in the chat, episode description, all of that good stuff. We're still raising money for the Trevor Project, so if you want to check that out, check out the chat is going to have a link, and then we are going to have episode description, a link in there as well. But with that aside.
Oh, no, we have other things to talk about.
We have other things to talk about?
Yeah. No, we don't. I was trying to stall.
Oh, you cannot get away from your destiny.
The thing,
Yeah,
the thing.
But of course, the
Yeah,
thing.
that
one thing that
That
we have.
thing
The recap.
that we have to do.
Episode 28, The Alpha Wolf. So, after you all had found the evidence of contract between Kirill and Strahd, finding a potion of giant strength left in his possession and one that seemed to have been missing after reading through the contract, you decided to confront Kirill at the mouth of the cave. After a few moments, Kirill appeared, and after a tense conversation, he finally found the dead body of his mate on the ground just next to each of you and began rushing towards you. Katya taking most of the damage in the very beginning like a fucking badass. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
No biggie.
Absolute Chad.
After this brutal battle, you were able to kill Kirill and intimidate the rest of the loyalists behind him to stand down. But not before Kirill killed Skennis. Franz showed up and told everybody to leave. However, you were allowed to release Zuleika beforehand and gather the children. Zuleika approached Leilyn after she freed her and spoke about Aurora, Leilyn's mother. Zuleika could smell the werewolf blood within Leilyn, but knew that there was something that was preventing her from actualizing her bloodline. Then, Zuleika bit into Leilyn's hand, and her life forever changed. As Johans then casted the Dancing Moons cantrip, and with the moons swirling around in this chamber, Leilyn began to have tunnel vision. But luckily, Zuleika was there and noticed and was able to step in front of her, blocking her vision. The kids were rescued. Zuleika had taken title as Alpha and agreed that the werewolves wouldn't have anything to do with Kresk nor Valakai any further. So, After a miscalculation on the time of day, we figured that it was actually towards the early afternoon, and you were able to make your way back to Krezk just as nightfall happened. Then, as you were all going to your respective homes, Johans was contacted again by his master, which forced Johans to divulge his secret to Katya that his snowflake tattoo that had been there the whole time was actually a cover-up for the scars that he had endured. Then, Johans showed that the scars led to a magical gem that had been implanted into his chest by his master. The party worked to set up a protective barrier around these children and themselves, but not before a metal raven familiar knocked on the window and attempted to fly away as a sort of intimidation tactic from Johans' master. But Johans, quickly thinking, ran outside, casted magic missile, and was able to destroy it, collecting it, and finding a magical gem similar to the one that was implanted within him. Then, Johans was contacted once again by his master, who showed his disappointment in Johans' actions, and you were all able to long rest and level up. However, before finishing this long rest, since we focused so much on Katya, Sorsha, Johans, and Esmeralda and the children, we're going to instead turn our view towards Leilyn and Arxes. So, the two of you begin making your way from Esmeralda's cottage back towards your own home. The night air is still, other than the ever so often guard patrol that passes by, giving each of you nods and continuing on their way. Leilyn, you feel different. You can feel the blood coursing through your veins. It's not enough to where you stop what you're doing, but it's something where it's always in the back of your head. Like, it's something that you always notice. It's different. But you are walking back to your house. What would you all like to do?
So are you going to tell me why you disobeyed me?
Disobeyed you?
I told you not to go there.
That's what you're focusing on?
You could have gotten hurt. You could have died.
Like Mom? She's fucking dead. I didn't even know how. You didn't even tell me.
Because you didn't need to know.
I didn't need to know.
You didn't need to know.
Fuck you. She starts
Fuck
walking
me.
a bit faster.
Now you get back here, young lady. I'm not finished talking with you.
You're not finished talking? Now
No.
you want to talk? I asked you so many fucking times what happened. And now you want to talk?
I was doing what's best for you. There's a lot of things that you don't know, you don't understand. You're a child.
You don't fucking understand. What if I had become a werewolf? Huh? How the fuck would you explain that to me?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fucking right. You don't.
Me and your mother talked about it. She said she would handle it if it came up, but
She's not around, is she? And you had a long, long time to tell me.
look, you don't get it.
I don't get it. How could I get it? I didn't fucking know.
It's a terrible feeling to have lost someone in such a way. So I thought it better
my
to save you
mother.
from that pain.
So it's better I'm better off thinking that she just died in an accident, an attack. A random
Yes.
attack, if anything.
It's way better. than to understand that she was taken away by that monster.
Well, now that I do know, I'm gonna fucking kill him. I don't care if you keep me at home, I'll find any way to get out of this stupid fucking town.
You're so much like me.
I don't want to be anything like you.
You don't need to go after him. It's one of the reasons why I didn't tell you that. Because I knew you'd want to. But he is a beast, a monster. He does things, terrible things, and that's no place for a child to do. Go to your room.
She starts walking towards the bedroom, and she opens the door. She's like, well, if he's a fucking monster, then I'll be worse. She shuts the door.
As that happens, let's focus on Arxes. What are you doing?
As he walks in the house, he, in a huff, starts going to the forge. He sits down, he grabs a chisel, and he grabs his sword, and he starts hammering in words in Infernal. And he's muttering to himself, damn it, Mike. I wish you were here. You know better than me.
Okay. In the quiet, you just begin to hear that whisper once again. You have something better. And that's it.
Who is, why do you keep talking to me?
You wait for a few moments, but no response.
And he continues to chisel away at his sword,
Okay.
thinking of how he could be a better father.
All right. Leilyn, you slam the door behind you, stating that you are going to become even more of a monster. And as you see your empty room in a disheveled state after the investigation of trying to figure out exactly where you had gone, you see the blood that you had accidentally spilled on your bed, apparent, and your room in a dirty state. What would you like to do?
She's gonna start, like, taking off her armor pieces and, like, throwing the sword against the ground. And she's gonna walk up to the blood that's on her bed. She's gonna look at it for a second, like, hold it between her hands.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, like, just manipulate it as she would, like a blood cleric. Nothing crazy. And then she's going to put her hand against the wall, like the bloody handprint. And she's gonna go, Night, Mother. Something terrible has happened. I need guidance. Lest I do something I regret.
You wait
She
for a
waits.
response. And you feel this... In your wait, there's no response. No feeling or anything until 5 minutes go by and you just... It's as if all of the fighting and running has finally caught up to you. Feel your body heading into an intense state of fatigue.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Years. He fooled me for years. I'll make him pay. Make him fucking pay. And she starts like assembling kind of like a little effigy with the blood she had left on her bed and like bits and pieces of like wood scrapped around from when things were tossed over.
Sure.
And it's in kind of like this like the outline of a wolf's head. She draws it on the floor.
Okay.
She kneels down and she's like, I vow to unite Mother that on this day I will find justice. I'll serve you in the best way I know how. And she'll open her window and she'll kind of like jog into like the more forested area next to her house.
Okay.
When she's outside, if anything, she'll kind of like
And
get her hands.
just to clarify, it's not far to get into the forested area. Like, your
it's
back
like 2
door
steps.
is like the forested area. There is a more dense area, like to the back left. So you make your way over there in this
Yeah.
small cluster of trees.
She's gonna kneel down to the ground, like in between like the cluster of trees, and she's going to kind of focus in on the feeling that was given to her in the cave just earlier. Like that swirling kind of nonsensical light. And she's gonna try to shift.
Okay. As you come out of the window, you feel your muscles are sore. That fatigue continues to set in, and with each step, it's harder and harder to move, but you finally come to this cluster of trees, taking a seat, opening up your senses in hopes of shifting. You hear the bugs, the ravens, and the overall silence of the town. As you close your eyes, you hear a twig snap. And you instinctually look behind you to see what that might have been. But then you find yourself in the woods, like the deep woods, covered in heavy mist, preventing you from seeing even 10 feet in front of you. You look around until your hand comes up and you catch a glimpse of your claw covered in fur. You begin looking at your body, seeing that you are in your hybrid werewolven form, and you look up, and past the mist you can see a full moon. No cloud in the sky. Which is odd because, one, there's always clouds in the sky, and two, the full moon was 2 nights ago. What do you do?
She's gonna like kind of like frantically look around for a second, like touch the newly made fur on her body. I would imagine Leilyn's kind of like the same kind of dark bluey green color as her tiefling.
I like it.
Yeah. You know, flavor.
Sure.
And she's gonna like
It's like a gray, but
yeah.
with a blue tint to it.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
She's looking
As you
around
begin
and
frantically
she's like,
looking around,
who's
you
there?
spot in the mist a silhouette. See, it's a human's body beginning to approach you. Silhouette getting bigger and bigger as they get closer and closer. What do you do?
I kind of like ready myself. Like I get into fighting stance, kind of.
Okay.
I'm a little clumsy because I'm not really used to being so jacked. You know?
Mm-hmm. As you get into a defensive position, you see the body look to the side for just a moment, and you see the profile of a wolf's head. And then you see the mists part, and that wolf's head disappears. And out from the mist comes your mother. In her human form, just as you remember her, before she had disappeared. She walks out, looking around and looking to you. Her head tilts. Leilyn? Is that you?
Mother.
Leilyn! And she begins rushing towards you and holds on to you very tightly, even though she has a lithe, slender body form. She is extremely strong, and you feel all of the love as she just holds on to you. And Leilyn, she lets go, begins putting her hands over your fur. What happened? I thought I had spared you from this curse. What?
Tonight, Mother gave me a vision, and I followed it, and I found your family. Father's been lying to me about how you died, about what you are.
Leilyn, I'm not dead. I'm still alive. Barely. I don't know what is going on and why I'm here, but I'm very much alive.
Where are you? I'll come to you. I'll come to you right now.
I can't tell you no. I don't want you to come for me because... No.
It's because of Strahd, isn't it?
Your father, he lied to you? What did he say?
He said you died. He said that Strahd had killed you.
Do not blame him. I'm not the first that he had lost. Your father... There is a lot that he doesn't tell you, because there is a lot that he cannot face. Not alone,
This is the
anyways.
second time he's lied to me. First it was a random attack. And now you're saying he knew you weren't dead? Or does he not know that either?
There is no way that he could have known that. I assure you. From the way that it happened, he very well could have assumed that I was dead. Especially after his last. But besides him, how have you been? It's so good to see you. She comes back in for another hug.
She holds her at arm's length. You're not dead. And even you lied to me about my parentage. I believed you were gone for years. I don't care how dangerous it is, Mother. I'm coming.
Then allow me to at least explain a little bit about what you have found yourself in. Every full moon you need to be ready. You are going to change.
I've read the myths. I know what's gonna happen to me. I've lived in Krask all my life. Werewolves aren't anything new.
Well,
Don't get me wrong, Mother. I am overjoyed that you're not dead. But I need time. I need time to understand the fact that the people I should trust the most in this world have been lying to me my whole life.
I only did it to protect you from this curse that I have in my body.
What if I had become a werewolf? Huh?
I made sure that that didn't happen, and somehow it still did. I don't know. It didn't need to be something that I told you. Listen,
Too late?
I understand that you need time to think. But I'm not going to stop being your mother. I will not tell you where I am because I care about you. I do not want you to die.
Question.
Yes,
I was able to physically hold her, right?
correct, yeah.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
It's probably not gonna work because she's way too far. But
She's about like 4
This is
feet
the
from
best
you.
kind of plant.
yeah, but like I just want to have a sample
Mhm.
for next time. You know, I'm going to hold her hand gently,
Mhm.
and then slice my my claws across her palm,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take note
You
of
do
that
so.
blood.
However, no blood comes out.
What the fuck? Okay. Just gonna,
She
like,
looks
look
at you
her.
and she says, "Huh. I see you have taken the step in my footsteps."
It's kind of hard if the town healer suddenly dies. Someone has to fill the role.
Well, it is good to see you. Leilyn,
I'm glad you're not dead.
thank you. I'm sorry for lying. Truly, I am. I didn't think that this was going to be a problem. I had done what I could do to make sure that you did not get this curse. I had done rituals and drank potions, and I even thought that the Night Mother agreed to this. But
Night Mother. Is that why she won't speak to me?
all I know is that I would not be able to be here without her. This seems like her own way of communicating. As you know, gods don't directly communicate anyways. Or at least I've never had that. It's only been visions. Maybe this is one of them. That would also explain, and then she references over to her hand.
Mother, I don't know what to do.
I know.
When I found them at the caves, I was trying to be amicable, but they were mad that Father was there, and a fight broke out. Scannis is dead.
Wait, what?
Scannis was killed by the old Alpha. He was
You went
torn
there?
apart. I did. I met Franz. The new
Franz
alpha
dead?
said that she's not dead. But the new alpha said that I'm welcome to speak to her.
Who is the new alpha?
This lady. I forgot her name.
Zuleika.
Leilyn didn't forget her name. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm blanking.
You're good.
Her name's Zuleika. She was in a cage.
Oh.
Something about a scuffle, and Strahd, of course, had his hand in it.
I am not surprised. I don't know much about Zuleika. She was only a child when I had left.
She seems nice enough.
Be careful. They may seem like they have an allegiance to all of their kind, but there are factions within there that can be dangerous. If you don't know the right person, at least. She comes in and she tries to give you a hug one more time.
She allows it this time. She hugs her mother back.
You hold on to her. You're 7 foot tall, werewolf in form, towering over her 5 foot
Squeeze.
8. And you close your eyes and open them again and find yourself back in this cluster of trees. The fatigue seeming to have worn off. Your body is back to normal, and you look around and it seems like nothing has happened.
She looks up at the sky. I'm assuming it's not a full moon anymore.
It is not. It is
Yeah.
filled with clouds, and you can see the moonlight coming through the clouds, but not the actual moon. It's just that white light that illuminates the clouds above.
She looks up and she's like, I would have appreciated a more direct message. I know what I must do. She goes home.
Okay. You finish your long rest, just like the others.
Oh,
And-
word? That was exhausting. I don't feel rested at all.
Yeah. You definitely,
Holy
like,
shit.
in the bed, it's a lot less comfortable than it usually is, that's for sure. And
Oh, God.
one of the other things that you notice is
My
as
memory
you're
foam mattress.
as you're
Spent so much
lifting
money on
the
this.
window back up to get back inside, you feel your strength is doubled.
I slammed the window.
Like you almost do, and you like catch yourself just before the glass shatters and the window hits the top. But something to keep in mind.
When the
However-
windows
Shit.
open, you just hear a smite go off from Arxes' room. He's like sleep fighting.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. Die! Fuck you.
Yeah, high key.
So
Get away from my daughter.
you finish your long rest, and we head into the morning,
Oh my
where
God.
Arxes and Leilyn, you are awoken by.
It's my mascara running.
No, you're looking good. It's all good. You hear the door knocking, or at least someone knocking at the door, rather. The door itself is knocking
Door.
The
itself.
door is knocking. That's
Oh, no.
crazy.
The door says, I am the one who knocks.
Oh my God.
Arxes
reference, bro.
is
Just in a BB
kind of
engine.
already up, and he was making breakfast. And he's
Sure.
like, who's at the door? I'm
You
coming.
open the door.
And, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, he opens it.
Okay. You just hear as you say that the Burgomaster. It's okay. I was just checking to make sure that everyone was okay.
Oh, yeah.
Open
Come
the
on
door.
in. I was making breakfast.
I'm punching the wall in my room.
Yeah. Crawling in my skin is going in the background as you're just like getting a little training montage.
Oh yeah.
The burgomaster enters and he just. I heard that. And then he just looks over to her door where you could hear coming from her room as Leilyn punches the wall.
Don't mind her, she's just having a moment.
I was only going to say that I was glad that you had found her. Is she okay?
Physically, yes.
Crash.
Emotionally, probably not. But that's a thing.
You just hear now. Oh.
Yeah, right. And
Fuck you. Ooh.
was anyone bitten?
It was
Were
a few
you?
times, but
Funny story.
Well,
I shrugged it off, I think.
you would have known.
The werewolves should be no problem anymore. We dispatched their leader who was causing all the problems.
Well, that is more than I expected.
Yeah, me too. Listen, we weren't the only ones who had a hand in it. Esmeralda and their friends, I never got their names, helped out too.
Oh, yes. I was actually going to go and make sure that everyone was okay there. If you wanted to come with. If not, it is okay. I don't know if there was anything that you have open business with them or.
No, I think we should go. They helped us a bit. I'd like to thank them. Leilyn?
What?
We're going to see our friends whose names escape me.
And you see the door open. She's looking super haggard, but she's dressed.
Leilyn,
All right.
as you exit your room, you smell a similar scent of a werewolf. Following your nose, you finally look towards the burgomaster, and as the burgomaster sees you come out, you see him sniffing and cocks an eyebrow. Gives
It's
a
the
nod.
Spider-Man meme, but werewolves.
Do I clock that?
Go do a perception check.
Alrighty.
Do I or him?
I love this card game.
No, Leilyn, you automatically notice it.
Oh.
Because
Where
that's
is
just how
perception?
werewolves work.
Because he's stinky.
Arxes,
So
you do
like a
not.
wet dog.
You're
Snuggle.
actually
A
looking
status
towards
snuggler.
Leilyn at this point, and she looks weird, and then you begin gathering your things or finishing breakfast. And so you do not notice this, and the burgomaster, as he's standing there, just cocks his eyebrow, looks towards you, Leilyn, and kind of gives you a nod. Well, I can wait if you want to come to my home once you are done eating. It is up to you.
I would, I'd like to speak to Ilya, actually. Is he home?
Ilya is home. Sure. Yes. Why don't you come over after your breakfast, and then I will have him ready. Good. Well, I'm glad to see that you are back home safe. And he just looks over to Arxes. And then he gives a nod and he leaves.
What a G. He didn't tell on me. I like this guy.
All during this time, what is the rest of the party doing?
How's the 15 children?
Yeah.
I wake up as soon as immediately, as early as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I do is cast mage armor on myself. Okay, I'm fucking getting ready immediately.
Absolutely. All right.
I am not gonna let this fucker get the best of me.
That's what
Then
you
I'll
think.
I'll start taking care of the kids, making sure that they get fed and
Okay.
I
Easy
don't
enough.
want
as
to
soon
eat
as
stupid grass food.
as soon as Johans goes
Shut
out
up,
the living
Keith.
room, he just sees, like, I was in cat form when I crawled into Katya's lap, but I definitely shifted back at some point in the night, so it's just Sorsha
I
in
love
a
it.
ball on Katya's lap.
I love it. Oh, that's so funny.
I think I'd be
Alright.
like sitting up against a wall.
Your
with you
legs
just,
are
like,
asleep.
sprawled over, and I'm just like,
Rub my belly. Rub my belly.
Katya is the type of person that if Sorsha fell asleep on her, Katya would stay there until
Yeah.
Sorsha woke up naturally.
it's true. So she's
Instead
just
of
kind of
waking
like,
her up.
just like waiting here, like, well,
You see
All
Johan's get
I
up.
You
guess
can't
this
feel your
is-
whole
Yeah.
lower body.
I just imagine that Johan just the head pops over the couch and he just goes just roughly casts mage armor on him and then he turns. He's
Just see this magical sheen.
do you need any help there? Or are you okay?
no, she'll wake up eventually.
Okay. I'll just go to the kitchen.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So, after
Oh.
breakfast is had, you all...
When I get up, there is something I would like to do.
Okay.
I have.
Sorsha eventually wakes up.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
3 hours later.
Right? Still just
Like the true cat.
I'm gonna get up, and I grab Johans by the collar, and I drag him over to Esmeralda, and I say, "I'm going out for a minute.
I physically
You-
cannot resist.
You stay with her, or you're going to die." And I turn around and I walk out.
Okay.
So he's
Are
just
you-
looking around
wait.
like, where did my
hold
my
on.
team go?
Are you dragging me out of the house? or
No,
are you
I'm
leaving
just
me
making
with
sure-
the...
I dragged you to Esmeralda.
and she's just
Oh.
standing next to you after
Yes.
Katya just says to protect you, basically.
Yeah,
So,
stay with her, or you'll die. And then I'll be back in a little while. And
All right.
I head out, and I'm gonna actually head over to Arxes' house.
okay,
I
cool.
wasn't even
So-
planning to leave. I was going to cook food for the kids.
There's enough food in Esmeralda's cottage to
Oh,
cook
sure.
for the kids, so you guys make that. But Katya,
because I am a true I'm playing a true
Dad.
POC. I'm gonna prestidigitate on that thing to be flavorful and not some bland white
Hell yeah.
shit.
all right.
Not nice of you.
Esmeralda is also POC, so
That's true.
You
That's
and she
That's
owned a
true.
tavern beforehand, so
That is also true.
she's
I
actually
think
a better cook
got the
than you
flavor
are in this
covered.
case.
You're right. That's
so
true.
she takes care of the cooking while
Man,
you
that
take care
woman's
of the
fucking
kids.
Perfect, dude.
Do y'all have like little
Dream
cooking
girl right there.
competitions? Sometimes?
Hell yeah.
No, the first
What a
time we tried to
good
do that,
date
I
night.
cheated and she doesn't let me cook anymore.
I just imagine too that Johans was cooking at one point, and then he was like, Esmeralda, you know what the secret to cooking is? Magic. And like throwing something on there. I just totally imagine that. Anyways,
Honestly, that's canon.
that happened before
100
Ravenloft. Perfect. I love
Johans
it.
is that level of pathetic when he comes
love
to
it.
flirting.
I love
It's a
it.
miracle he's even got Esmeralda in the first place.
There's something there. Maybe Johans doesn't see it.
Maybe
But-
some magic between them.
Hey, that's a good one.
But
With that,
Yeah.
Katya, you exit the cottage. You find yourself in relatively cold day. It's starting to warm up now that it's getting into the later morning since you guys arrived really late. But what would you like to do?
I'm walking over to Arxes' house that I remember from the investigation
Yeah.
yesterday.
You see a bunch of people walking back and forth, taking care of their livestock, farming, everything, and watching you as you go by, but not paying you any
I'm like giving
conversation.
people a wide berth, staying away from crowds, trying not to make eye contact.
Yeah. But you
And
arrive at
being real
Arxes'
lonesome.
house as you see Leilyn and Arxes beginning to leave.
Good
Oh.
morning.
Hi.
I'm not interrupting anything.
No, we're just headed to the Burgermeister's house.
Would I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
Am I
What was your
required
name
here,
again?
or can I?
Actually, I'd rather speak with you. That's okay.
Okay.
Like looking at Leilyn.
She shoos her dad away.
Love Zoom.
Could we?
I'll catch up.
Sure.
Are we like? Should we maybe go in somewhere private?
Head inside the house, I guess. Because
Oh.
I'm assuming you're right outside the
Yeah,
house. So I'm
and
just
I'm
feeling
just
like,
like-
I was closing the door and now I'm opening the door.
Just walk in.
Oh. Make yourself a home. Super simple house. Like little to no decoration. There's like a wooden chair and a table and then a kitchen. That's all you see in the front room.
Armor racks and swords.
And armor racks and swords.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be too invasive, but could you tell me what your relationship to that tribe is?
Well, as per my most recent discovery, they're my mother's family. She had left them years ago before I was born.
And are you sure we can let them live?
I trust Zuleika. She seemed alright for the most part. It was just Kirill that was of concern.
I'm a little hesitant leaving people like that out there, but
I understand.
I'll trust your judgment.
If anything happens, like they do anything, on my watch, I'll take responsibility. I'll deal with it.
Well, did you do that? And then I like look at her real hard. Are you like them? Give her like a long look.
Hold on. Leilyn would have a better poker face than this. No. My mother took precautions for me to not be that way.
You know what I'm gonna have to ask for? Deception versus insight. Let's go.
Roll.
Roll. Just to be sure, I'm supposed to be rolling the witch again?
Deception.
Except
Right. I thought you said perception. I was like, that's a little weird. I'm not gonna question it though.
17.
Duh.
21!
Nice.
You have no idea.
You have
But
advantage?
you don't have
Actually.
advantage.
Oh, you're right. I'm stupid. I forgot that's how it rolls anyway.
So that is a
That's
5.
the best roll.
Wait. I have a reroll. I have a free reroll from chat. I want to use it on this.
Okay,
I don't care.
you're gonna have to re-roll though. You have to re-roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see it. A 12
Oh,
still
No,
doesn't
no.
cut it. Katya, for however you want to react, she's keeping something from you.
Mm-hmm. I was just kind of.
Sweat.
I keep looking at her for a while. Okay.
As she does that, Leilyn, you see 2 pierce marks in her neck. That of a
Oh.
vampire, clear as day.
Listen, I know what it's like to be a monster. I'm only trying to help you. Don't want you to hurt anyone, and I don't want to have to hurt you.
The only person I want to hurt is Strahd. No problem there.
Then we're in agreement. We'll look out for each other, okay?
All right.
Others.
Fuck
So are you
yeah.
like a vampire or like a vampire? You just
As
already
this
know
is-
the lore at
I know,
As you
vampires.
guys are just talking,
Just
you
like,
guys are
just
about to
like-
leave, and you see
Just-
Arxes just
as you're
standing
just
just out there.
Thought you left. You stalking
No.
me?
You ran away from home yesterday. I'm not
I'm
gonna leave
sitting
you.
next to another person. As if
Oh,
I
that's
just run
fine.
out the window.
We just met them yesterday.
Alright,
I
whatever.
just went through a lot to bring her back. I'm not gonna let her again.
I know, but she's still my daughter.
She makes a
Understandable.
pretend like run motion towards the gates and then turns around to go to the Baron's house.
I love it.
He just rubs his temples. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I just see Arxes stonewall, no emotion, just like nothing. So funny.
I have
Anyways,
a question for you too, Arxes, right?
yes. What was your name again?
Do you think how much would it take to make me some armor like yours?
Sheesh.
Wow.
It would take some time, but I could do it if you have the money to pay for it.
That I should be able to do. Assuming Johans hasn't bought all the paper.
Johan.
Cut to
which
Johan's
one?
walking in. Hey, Esmeralda, look at all the paper I got.
If you have the time, I'd appreciate it. I'll let you.
Oh my god.
Completely
Yeah,
full
super
on work every single day, 8 hours a day, 5 days. And you would have to do it right.
How much money would that be?
Great.
A lot of money.
It's like
million.
2K, right?
Oh yeah.
1500.
Plate mail?
15.
More than I thought.
Yeah, not
For
bad.
Pull up the
That's a little less
blacksmith
than two.
rules here.
Especially
That's
with
more
the
than
rates
I thought it was gonna
on
be.
especially with the rates on how much ingots are in Barovia. A lot. Yeah.
Something to work up to.
And that's
We'll talk about it
that's like
later.
that's how much it would cost for Arxes to make it. If you were to buy it from somebody else, it would be like
Right.
more.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute so
We're
I can
better.
math.
So
Mathing.
you all begin to make your way sooner or later towards the burgomaster's home and knock on the door, to which the burgomaster answers the door and says, well, oh, it is good to see that you made it out. I'm so sorry. Your name again? Katya.
I'm Katya.
Katya. I
Why
apologize.
did I? No, it's fine.
Katya.
Dimitri. And
Good to meet you again.
Leilyn, you wanted to speak to Ilya. And you see Ilya just... You see through like a cracked door in his room, you see him just sitting on the bed. Yeah, he's right there. I can speak to these two while you're speaking to him then.
Thank you.
Of course, yes. And he
Rushes
just
past
watches
him.
you. Yeah, he just watches you go by. Walks outside, closes the door behind him. Arxes,
Yes.
are you aware that Leilyn has been bitten?
This tattletale.
Ooh. I
I
was
like you less now.
at first like Katya was just like kind of like not really sure why she came along to this place. Like she didn't really mean to tag along on this errand, and now she's like,
He would have said it quite enough to where you wouldn't have been able to hear it.
okay. Then
I
I'm
would-
just
I would
kind of
say
like
that.
off to the side,
Sure.
like looking at a tapestry
Kicking a
or some
rock.
shit.
He just
I'm
kinda
really
comes up,
like
yeah, he like comes up to you, Arxes, like towards your ear and just, do you know
really
that?
did not mean to come here.
When he hears that, there's like always, he's emotionless on the face. Almost like he kind of expected it. But his aura feels rageful.
And as a paladin, that is something that happens. Your aura is something that people can feel. And Burgomaster just takes a step back, but places his hand on your shoulder and says, "Friend, this does not mean that she is going to be evil by any means, as you know."
Killing Ilya in the background.
He references towards his house. He says, "As you know."
A twist.
I know your secret, but I do not want that from my daughter.
It is too late.
But
I
every
can smell
full
it.
moon,
Right.
I know what her mother went through. She did not want that for her child.
I know, Arxes, I know. And I will give you time to process, but all I need to tell you is that we will take care of her. Every full moon, just like your mother did to us. Okay? I swear it. Or not your mother, her mother did to us.
I know what
That.
you meant.
Sorry.
You know I appreciate your help, that you've helped me these 20 some odd years find a home here. But I don't think she's going to stay long enough for you to help. I know my daughter, she is determined. She's like I used to be. There's a fire in her.
I can see it. I've always been able to see it. The way that she followed her mother. Well,
Thank you for telling me.
of course, I think it is important to at least have someone that knows the ins and outs. I don't know how much you have told her, but anyways, Katya, I wanted to actually make my way over towards. Sorry, sorry. I wanted to make sure that your lot is okay. Did anybody get bitten? Change?
Not as far as I know. Everybody should be
Good.
fine.
Good. I think I would have heard something if something were to happen, but I'm glad to
Everyone's
confirm
safe.
that. Good.
We have a lot of children with us as well. Going to need to get them back to Valakai somehow.
Well, Krazk does not have very many resources, but what little I can give, let me know. If there's anything that you need,
I appreciate your help. Thank you.
of course. Well, I'm gonna go check on them. Thank you both again. And he makes his way back in. Meanwhile, Leilyn.
Shaking Ilya.
Yeah.
Something happened. Look at my hand.
Yeah. So you make your way inside of this house. You've been here before. You've played with Ilya. You've played with the children that unfortunately have passed away in the Burgomaster's family. But he's just sitting there on his bed, looking down to the ground. Emotionless. Just staring down, even at the sound of you entering, the door creaking. He doesn't look. He just continues staring down. What do you do?
She walks over to him,
Mhm.
and kind of he's sitting on the bed, right? She's gonna kneel, kind of next to him, grab his hand, Ilya, what's happening?
Nothing. I cannot tell you. I can't tell you. But it's bad.
Ilya, please.
You know, you're lucky. You're lucky that you don't have to deal with the things that we do.
Being a wolf? I mean,
What? How do you know?
the hand that was holding his, she lets it kind of momentarily like fur up and claw up. Something happened last night.
He lets go and he... Wait, so... Have you... changed?
I have. Not fully in this form. It's hard to explain, but the Night Mother, she visited me with my actual mother. I was able to transform then, but I don't know if that affected my actual body.
You saw your mother? I thought she was dead.
I don't know what happened. I went out and I just wanted to release, like, feel something, and she was there, and she's alive, Ilya. And I think she's with Strahd.
You're not thinking of going after him, are you? Trying to save her?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Leilyn. I wish she was here just like you do. You don't know this, but she helped our family for decades. And it's not been the same. But you can't go after.
She's
You'll
helped
die.
people her whole life. She's done all she can. She needs someone to help her. My father won't do anything. He didn't do anything when she was taken. I need to go. There's these people in town. They're heading out soon. I plan to go with them. I just wanted to say bye.
Well, I was in the middle of making something. He stands up from his bed, opens his drawer, and pulls out this twine necklace where you see a small figure made out of this twine. Looks very similar to you.
Aww.
And he hands it to you and he says, I got bored one day.
Really?
Not much to do here, as you know.
I accept your token of boredom. She ties it around her neck.
You see a brief smile. And then he exasperatingly sits back down on his bed and looks back at the ground. And you see all of his emotion leave him once more.
Leah, you're my best friend. I don't want to leave without helping you.
Can't.
What happened?
Do persuasion check.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Persuasion. Perception.
15. Okay. You can see him false start multiple times, like he's trying to tell you something, but he just can't end up doing it until finally, promise you won't tell. And he looks you dead in the eyes.
I promise.
You know, the full moon was 2 nights ago. Your mother helps us with... Well, she did help us with this root, this elixir called the Wolfsbane. It prevents us from leaning too far into our bestial side. And I took it. I did. I did everything that I needed to. Everything. But I got out of my shackles, and even with the Wolfsbane, I killed somebody.
Ilya? Who?
You know the Dominskys? Alec Dominsky? The one that's the guard? I ran to their farm. I did everything that I could to not find anybody. I went to their farm. I tried to satiate my hunger with their farm food. But then he came up out of nowhere. And at that time, you hear the door opening, and you hear the Baron entering and saying, Leilyn, I spoke with your father. I told him that you... First, obviously, you know that we are werewolves. We are the inherited kind, one that is passed down generation to generation, and I suspect that you are the same, due to your mother being... That being said, I'm sorry, but I had to tell your father. He needs to know.
Seems like everyone's getting information without my consent these days.
That being said, you are more than welcome. Stay here every full moon. We have the Wolfsbane, which will help reduce the bestial tendencies, and we typically stay in the cellar. But
She's gonna give Ilya like a quick look.
Mhm.
Kind of like, does your father know?
He immediately, like, when his father came back, he immediately looked down. Like, avoiding eye contact from him. You are more than welcome into our cellar. Otherwise, I need to make sure that the people are safe. You have to tell me if there's something else that you are going to do to prevent yourself from giving in to these instincts. But that doesn't need to happen now, and especially with your father saying that you are going to go off somewhere. But regardless, I do not need to know. I only wanted to extend that invitation, stating that you are, as you always were, family to us. This does not change anything. And
I appreciate you.
I'm sorry that Ilya is in a bit of a mood today. I had to ground him, and you just see Ilya shaking his head yes. Anyways, I think your father needed you, and I need to speak to Ilya, if you wouldn't mind.
Before she leaves the room, she kind of turns to them and she's gonna be like, and if I leave, when I can, I'll try to write. Please stay safe.
You see Ilya shaking his head, not looking towards you, and the Baron just nodding.
She like clutches the necklace and she leaves.
And at that, we are going to take a break. So, while we are on our break, we are going to do a giveaway for something called Mazes. It is a game table for Roll20 designed for use with Mazes fantasy role-playing. It's an embedded graphic Mazes character sheet with active role stuff. Let's see. I copy-pasted this directly from the sets of mazes cards with hearts, stars, conditions for easy play, a dashboard to play with interactive objects, death's door chart page, a play space with darkness and treasure tracks and stuff. I'm sure you just make mazes and you get to play with each other and pull cards and have fun. Anyways.
Honestly,
going to
if you had said it in any other way, I wouldn't have been sold.
Well, there you go. So, the code for tonight, a little early, is Mentor. So we're going to start the giveaway now.
Oh, shit. I wonder where that is. I don't know.
Not at
We'll see you
all
all
ominous.
in 15 minutes.
Should have been shopping.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Back, everybody.
Hello.
And we are going to pick our winner, which is the Gossip Goblin. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to the stream. And
Welcome.
here is your prize. I will be sending you a whisper over Twitch with a code that you can redeem it over Roll20. But with that, we come back to Barovia and focus our attention towards Esmeralda's cottage, where Johann, Sorsha, Esmeralda, and the half dozen kids that stand in this cottage. What would you like to do?
I'm going to get ready.
Okay. Johans goes into the other room,
Yeah.
and
I
after
come
a
back
moment,
with a red bandana,
Yeah.
marks on my face, no sleeves on my top. No, I just can't. I just have my crossbow on.
Yep.
And a new holster that I got
You
from
see-
Esmeralda. That's it.
you hear just coming from the other room and just movement all together. And Esmeralda actually stays with you, Sorsha, just kind of chilling, waiting for Johans. And Johans comes out for a moment, asking for a holster for a crossbow. And Esmeralda comes out. And,
So, do you have it? Do you have the
you need, and then she just points to a holster. Yeah. And gives you a holster.
Okay.
Then finally,
Thanks.
Johans comes out with
invisible?
invisible. Yeah. No. You see a crossbow that's on his back, and seemingly nothing else. But
Hello.
what would the three of you like to do? Or I guess the two of you and Esmeralda.
Oh, Sorsha. And I'm gonna fill in Sorsha on everything because I don't think it's safe for her not to know anything.
Okay. So
So-
you were told.
Sorsha.
You were
In
told.
hindsight, like me saying that before leaving, is it? Hang on. Try this.
Yeah.
How's that? How's that?
A little bit
Better?
up.
A little bit up. Little better.
That's better. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just Katya saying that super ominous shit, and Sorsha not understanding that was probably pretty weird.
Right. Yeah. So you are explained what the snowflake tattoo is, what the scars are, why there's a magical gem in Johan's chest, why he's been tense ever since getting here, outside of Esmeralda and the relationship stuff. Finally, you understand
Including
that.
the monster that we fought being the creation of my master as well.
So
That
is so crazy. She's gonna get up immediately from the table and like just like start pulling his shirt to like look
That's
for
it.
the
Yes.
stone.
And see, that's the thing, is that I think this is fucking crazy too.
Yeah.
What
And that makes sense to me.
what are we going to do, Johans? Are we going to just march up there and... Is that it?
Yeah.
I like that plan. Yeah.
I mean, we've got Katya.
Let's do it.
He's got magic, but using Katya's sword, that's it.
She's pretty badass.
I don't.
mean,
I
like,
am,
if
Sorsha
I'm
is
just
fucking
saying,
contagious, dude.
I'm
It's
just
so
saying.
contagious.
I think we can both agree that if this wasn't happening, that would be happening. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. But I love you,
What does she
Gemstone.
mean?
But I love you, Gemstone.
What is happening? Okay, hold on. What do I? Can you explain to me what she means?
She's
'Cause
like, if you and I weren't dating, if you and I weren't dating, this would happen.
100%.
So you
I don't
guys have
say
like
anything.
that. Of course.
I pretend that I'm hurt.
She just says, but of course I love you, Gemstone, and I would never do that.
Yeah.
Do a deception check.
3.
3. Do I even need to roll for her?
Maybe she rolls in that one. You don't know.
Oh god, no chance. No
It's
chance.
like with everything.
Shit. 24. She looks at you and she says, okay. So,
I think we need to go meet up with the others, or with Katya.
and what? She said that she was going to Arxes' house?
I think so.
Sure, let's go.
Yeah. I can always find her with Luna.
But what are you gonna do with the children? We still have the children.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean to ruin your day, guys, but we do have small children.
Shit.
This is why I hate children.
We can bring...
Hey, kiddos, you want to go for a hike?
How about Sorsha? Why don't you go first? Take the children, and me and Johans will stay back, just in case.
Okay, where am I taking them? To go see
You just go down
Katya?
the road. You just go down the road, and then when
Out.
it forks, you go left.
Kill them all.
That's it.
Okay, so second right after the chicken.
Not quite, but I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay.
No matter where you go, you will find Arxes' place. It's the one with the blacksmith. The one with the metal
Alright.
stuff out in front.
Okay. Yeah. Come on, children. Grab a partner. Let's go.
You all...
I don't think that's a good idea.
What?
Oh,
You...
Sorsha is a little.
She's
and
going to be
Georgia's
fine.
already gone.
There's people... Johans, the people here are like a tight-knit family.
Yes.
They won't be in danger around her. They will
But
be
you
in
don't
danger
know
around
Sorsha.
you.
Oh, but you don't know Sorsha. Let's be.
And she's like already walking off. Well, it look okay. She starts going down the wrong way.
Yeah, that's. This is why I was.
Like I said, it is a loop. It is fine. So, you all, for the sake of brevity,
Eventually
regroup. And you find, actually, Sorsha went the right way, because as she's going around, she hits the Baron's house first, before even Arxes.
Hey.
And you find Katya and Arxes just outside, along with Leilyn, who just seems to be coming outside of the Burgomaster's home. And eventually, Johans and Esmeralda. What would you like to do?
Oh, hello, everyone. I was coming back.
Oh, hello.
I'm just gonna
We thought-
ominously just stare at the Abbey.
Sorsha understands what happened and what's going on. I think we're going there. I think we're going to the Abbey.
You doing what?
Not with
I
the
can't
children,
hear you,
of
Arxes.
course.
Right, that would be smart. Better
Yes.
to get it over with, I suppose.
It's not a good place to
Arxes,
go.
I can't hear you. Say that again? There we go. Okay, now I can hear you.
There we go. That's not a good place to go. Why are you going there?
She just looks over to Johans.
No, he's him and Luna are standing next to each other, just fucking laser focus. I don't want this man to. The moment I see anything happening from that direction, I want to be aware of it. So
She just comes next to you in your peripheral. Do you want me to tell them? Or do you want to tell them? Or do you want to keep it to us for now?
this is not a thing that should be kept hidden at this moment.
Okay.
Ignorance is only going to make a trip fall for us on the way there.
I can tell them if you would like to continue looking. And she tells you about the gem, about the scars, about the master, about the weird happenings of the Abbey, most likely because of this person. You hear the screams like I do when the bells ring. I suspect this is them. This is his master. I don't know what happened to the abbot or what he has to do with anything, but that is why we intend to go up there.
Do you need help?
Well, that was one of the reasons why we were telling you. I saw how you battled. You and your daughter, if you are willing to come. She looks over to you, Leilyn.
I'm very much willing. Help any way I can. She's not looking to her father at all. She's just like, my own decision.
All right. Is there anything that you would like to do before we go up?
I kind of look over at Johans, like, is there anything you can tell us to be prepared about what might be in there?
Oh. It's been a long time since he and I interacted, and magic is something that, with enough money, can be accrued quickly. But he is a incredibly powerful mage, even back when I used to be his whatever the fuck I used to be.
It's plaything.
Ooh.
That can be a word for it, yes. Given last night, I think he's dabbled in some sort of mechanical magic. I'm sure he has already set up as many defenses as you can imagine. On top of that, he's a powerful practitioner of the sciences as well. We've seen what his surgeries and necromantic powers are capable of. He's referring to the lady scorpion from like 10 sessions ago.
Oh, that's what she was. A scorpion.
I don't know if she was a scorpion. That's just what I'm calling.
Yeah, kind of, basically. I mean, she was like a
Which, by the way, I am
half
so glad
scorpion drider type thing. Yeah.
I am so glad you're giving me the body horror story, because this is my favorite. That's as much as I know. He likes to mix and match. For lack of a better term, fuck around with life itself. Blur the line between the living and the dead.
Has he done this to himself at all?
Not as far as I know. I wasn't exactly. I was more just one of his pet projects than anything else.
Well, you see Esmeralda grab onto one of her crossbows, pricks one of her fingers, and you see one of her bolts just begin to freeze over with ice magic. Let's do it.
Let's. And Arxes pulls out his greatsword and rests it on his shoulder.
I'll pull out my
I-
sword and shield.
Love it.
I
All
turn
of you are
invisible.
so cool.
Okay.
And my blood spear.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna turn invisible.
Okay.
Can Leilyn kind of like, she'll ask Sorsha if she can touch the blood sphere. And I'm like, can I
You see this weird,
touch?
just
May
it-
I?
there's this like red sheen over it, and every so often, drip, drip, drip of blood.
God, the dichotomy between that spear and Sorsha is amazing.
It's so funny.
It's
Yeah, you can touch it. I don't know what'll happen. I just got it. It's pretty brand new to me. So, I mean, it's used. But
I imagine this conversation is happening as we're walking, right?
Yes,
I,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
okay, where are the children going?
Well,
Oh, yeah, we have
all
children in
left
our
them
midst.
with
Every
The
the
amount
time
of-
I always
girl
forget,
there.
and you see that
The
the
amount of times
burgomaster
we forget about
exits-
kids.
You
in
see
this
the burgomaster
campaign.
exit his home at the same time and says, "I will take the kids" with finger guns, and the kids are taken to the Baron's
I will
home,
have the
and you are
children.
free of the
Talking
kids
like
for
that.
now.
Okay.
So
Cool. All right.
back on track.
Adventuring and
Or-
children do not mix.
So you all begin to make your way up this switchback road on the map. It
Dude.
is this one right here.
Luna and I have our eyes as open as fucking possible.
Wherever Luna goes, Y will go.
Okay.
Oh.
Hold on.
When we get close enough, I'm going to the divine sense when we're like right outside the abbey.
Sure.
That's a 20
Okay.
on perception.
Oh, I guess she
All
can
right.
also do perception.
I was kind of giving Luna the help action myself.
Luna
Since we
already
were both
gets
watching.
advantage on
she does get advantage
perception
from
checks
sight and-
anyways, but go ahead and do a
Yeah.
perception check for Y. Let's see what she gets.
Why?
Hate you.
Because what is that? That is
Wisdom.
wisdom.
Minus 10?
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's +1. Thank you very much.
Plus one.
See?
18.
Fuck.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
You making fun of her.
as
My bird's still better.
you begin making your way up this switchback road, it's
No, they're
steep.
both great.
The hill that the abbey is on is tall, and it overlooks Kresk below. As you're coming up this road, Luna begins to spot shining objects hidden within the trees below. And you look over to see more raven-type familiars just
I
staring
point-
at you.
I'm gonna point them out so everybody
Sure.
knows what we're dealing
Pointing
with.
them out, and it seems like
There's
they're
some
not
there.
moving. They're not doing anything. They're just watching. But you continue up this road.
I don't
that's
think
covered
stealth
with-
it's gonna matter at this point.
You could try. Go ahead and do a stealth check if you'd like. But
I could do pass without trace.
up to you.
Should we stealth? Should we be stealthing?
At this point, I don't really think that we need to because there's
That's- yeah,
a bunch
'cause
of metal
that's what I was
birds looking at
thinking, yeah.
us.
Can we
Okay.
stealth and also like destroy them all in like one turn? Like just
They're like
Surprise
split
attack.
apart and like 50 feet away from each other, and they're like in different. Some of them are even hard to see. The only reason why you were able to see so many is because you got that 20. You could see like 5, 6.
no, that's fine. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
He knows where I live.
sure.
Okay.
So you
We're not
continue
gonna catch
climbing above the mist that settles over Kresk to a wide ledge in which the abbey is perched. The sounds of the working town of Kresk begin to slowly fade.
I forgot to mention it, but I think we talked about it. The thing that I got that I was gonna borrow from Esmeralda,
Mm-hmm.
I would have borrowed it
Yeah, you have it. Yeah.
before. Cool.
So, you finally come to this wide ledge, and you see a light dusting of snow that covers the trees and rocky earth here. Gravel road passes between two small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high, 3-foot-thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, you see the stone abbey ahead, standing quiet. Its two halves are joined by a 15-foot-high curtain wall. Bell tower protrudes from the rooftop of the closer wing, which also sports a chimney, billowing gray smoke. And as you approach these gates, you begin to hear the sound of snoring.
Can't be that easy, can it?
Are we by that one dude at the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoops.
man. Fireball.
Okay.
Oh wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Right on.
Unless.
I don't know.
Right
It
off
sounds
the
really
bat.
exciting.
I'm gonna put them on
I'm here for
GM
it.
layer. Just because.
No. You can leave
Two.
them visible so we can know what's coming. It's fine.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh, you mean that thing that's still visible in the middle? That looks
Something-
like a
Oh.
like a monster. And that little one that's peeking out just above him from the darkness.
So dumb.
Okay.
What are they?
All right, here we go.
I can see.
Moving the map to where everybody is.
It's so
Spells are
Joel can
ready.
stop looking at the bullshit.
So, you come to this gate, the snoring coming from the left. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna put my finger to my. You said the gates are closed. Or are
Oh,
they like
everybody
locked?
joining from Danny's raid.
Oh shit! Hey,
Hi, welcome.
Watch us get screwed over.
is the gate like closed, or
It's
is it, like,
closed
slightly-
currently. Currently there's no lock on it, but it's
Okay.
connected and closed. But you can see through it easily.
I'm gonna Luna out to the other side,
Okay.
and I'm gonna look through her eyes, and she's just gonna go around.
You
corner.
begin trekking over there. Do a stealth check for Luna.
Oh, I get like super stealth.
Cool.
No, she doesn't. 14.
Super stealth.
Okay.
She doesn't get anything for stealth.
This is what you see sleeping within this tower. You see this person
Oh shit.
with
Oh shit!
a wolf's snout, a wolf's ear, a donkey's tail, this weird hybrid of wolven legs
What the heck?
What
And
island of
hands
Dr.
that end
Moreau
with
bullshit
claws.
is this?
but they are just currently sleeping and curled up in a ball.
Does
I
my
don't like
divine
him.
sense pick up anything? Because I popped it off.
Right,
as soon
you
as we
popped
got
it
up there.
off, and you would be able to see fiends, undead, or celestials, correct?
Yes, and also I would note if anything was consecrated or desecrated with the hollow spell.
No to each. You do not see anything that's popping that off at all.
Go beans.
But Luna is able to see this.
Okay. This is fine.
Would now be the time to give you pass without a trace?
Probably.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
This is good because I'm going to try to open the gate.
Everyone gets a +10 to stealth.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna also stealth time.
Everybody do a stealth check.
Less. Oh god. Less 10.
I'm gonna go
31.
invisible.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, I'm at disadvantage.
Stealth.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why.
21.
22.
Okay.
Heavier.
19
Oh, cool.
plus 10.
Moving everybody onto the map.
24. It's not bad.
Three.
Not
know.
bad.
Not
No,
bad.
Not
it's-
bad at all.
Yeah.
Hopefully they won't see you, you know?
So
So
you begin opening
yeah.
the gate, and you just hear ever so slightly. And then the spell takes into effect as you can barely hear it in front of you. Just
I'm just gonna open it enough for us to get through.
You're able to get through. And you see this thing still sleeping.
Dang.
I'm gonna speak into everybody's minds just one at a time and let them know that there's a monster in there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna send Luna up into the sky to get a bird's eye view.
All right. Go
Just
ahead and do
straight
a
Pun intended.
perception check with Luna.
19.
19. Nice. So, as Luna takes to the sky, you're able to see this abbey is relatively empty. There's nothing that you can see that's visible other than on this little battlement, this wall connecting the two wings. You can see scarecrows perched up on one end with really bad leather armor. But you see closed doors on either side,
Bad
and it's
leather armor, not flesh at all.
Bad leather armor.
But you also, at the very end of this road, you see at the garden a road that continues forward, a little trail. It continues down this side of the cliff and enters into a small patch of snow-dusted trees. And with the bells ringing just in front of you, you begin to hear the howls and animalistic yelling and human screaming coming from the more left wing.
The more left wing. God.
And with the sound of the bell, you see the person just in front of you.
Well, I didn't get in front of the door.
Okay. So then if
So
you guys
Even
if you guys are
Luna is
moving
not-
forward,
Nobody.
yeah, Luna's not there.
We just stepped through the gate, sir.
That's the plan.
So I'm hearing him wake up, right? Because
Yeah.
he's just on the other side of the wall. Okay. I'm gonna let everybody know
Mm-hmm.
that is happening. And unless anybody else does anything, I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
See what he
Wait.
does.
Can we
I'm gonna say
respond
to-
to that spell?
Yeah.
I'll say just, should we kill it?
I don't know how much power these things have
As you're talking, you see it
in people's minds.
walking. I know. Just walking out.
It's really good.
I am gonna very quietly.
That's
And just
horrifying.
walking forward.
I'm pulling out my crossbow.
I'm gonna do a stealth or a perception check on their end.
Oh man, like around the corner. I have a 31 in stealth, by the way. Just saying.
14. Okay.
We all have plus 10s.
Yeah. Y'all are stealthy. And you just see him walking forward. He's rubbing his eyes because he's tired. Just walking towards the abbey.
I'm gonna reply to Johans in my mind if I still can.
Mhm.
And say, I could maybe lure that creature this way so we could take him out quietly.
Do I see anything down to the graveyard?
You just see graves and gravestones. Go ahead and do a perception check for a more like
Okay.
Detailed.
Going off of Luna's aerial view, but okay.
Oh, sure. That's true. You had a
I
19
can
on
do
that?
it. See if in.
So from you, Johans, looking around, it looks like gravestones. And from the bird's eye view, that's as much as she would be able to get to, just because she's
Okay.
kind of high up there. Do a stealth check for Luna as well.
Okay. I
She's
got advantage
flying
on
around.
those two now.
Sure.
Oh no, I just get a. Oh, I just get a +3 for that. Did I? Oh no, no. She gets
it's the
flyby.
Owlin, right? Owlin
Yeah.
is the thing that...
7. But she's in the sky.
She's in the sky. You just see the thing. And just continuing forward. You noticed it, but...
I'm going to head for this corner here.
Okay.
Just...
All right. You all begin to
Anybody
make your
wants-
way through here. And he just continues forward until he gets to about this gate here. And as he gets to the gate, you see him opening it. And disappears from view.
Oh man. What is that, this window right here? Is that window on the ground floor or is that above? Should be on the ground floor, right?
No, it is, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
You look through that window, and inside, you see...
Your master. No.
No. You see it's dirty, first of all. But what you can see through it is a beautiful looking man. His hair is golden. You can see a firelight flickering off of his hair as he looks into the fire that he's standing just next to you. You see a 8-foot tall woman wearing a tattered
Tell me
white
more.
dress.
Just saying.
You see a veil covering her face.
I mean,
And you just see him looking and talking.
She's
And
ready to
looking.
get
I would like you to
married.
do one more stealth check as you look in.
I mean, is anybody else coming with me? This is not a solo mission, guys.
Good luck.
Okay,
I
guess
would've-
I'm
I
on
would've
my own
creeped
now.
up. when the
45,
when the
unless I
donkey
get the
man
10 from
disappeared,
Sorsha,
I
so
would've creeped up
35.
to the building.
Oh, that's good. All right.
Arxes would have
I'm
moved here.
Really good at stealth, guys.
All right. Seems that they don't notice you as you
Okay.
return back.
They tell the others into their minds. 2 people inside. Hot lady. Except I don't say that when I'm talking to Esmeralda. I just say hot lady. And also very attractive man. That I do tell everybody. Because apparently that was important enough to mention. Just... shh. Quiet. I mean, they're still within range, you know, but I'll tell Leilyn, Esmeralda, and Sorsha. Guys,
Everybody's following.
get the fuck inside!
This
Oh,
is more,
I
I
thought
think,
that was-
of theater of the mind than anything else.
I was going off of the map.
You're
but
good.
Okay.
I get it.
Um,
I'll even open up this area so that you can see.
what area?
The area that you're looking into.
Oh shit!
There we go.
Fireball. No. Fuck.
They look
Set 'em on
horrified.
fire.
That is very strange. Okay. I'm gonna turn to Katya specifically.
Mhm.
I'm going to say in her mind, how do we handle this? You're the monster killer. How do you want to do this?
I think it's best if we go for the head.
Okay, but before we get to the heads, like, how do we?
We find your master. Take him out. The rest will fall.
Gotcha. So, to the front gate then, yes?
Soon, you see
guess is as
coming
good as
from
mine.
around the corner, another person, though this one cloaked, walking very slowly, tiptoed. And unfortunately, with being out in the open, there is no stealth check for that.
We were not out in the open. We were against the corner, just around
As
the
she
way.
comes past that corner, she looks over and sees
shoot
you
her.
and says,
I'm just kidding.
Hold
just gets
personal.
down on 4s. Oh, okay.
I said
Okay.
I shot her.
Okay. Go ahead and do your attacks.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I am invisible. Also,
Yes.
I shoot her with my crossbow. I've never done this before. Does a 22 hit?
A 22 does hit.
She takes 10 points of damage.
All right.
Because she knows where I am.
I didn't realize you had
Actually,
sneak attack.
I want everybody to do initiative first. I want to see who's able to go before her.
Can I get
Oh,
closer
sorry. Hold on.
before this happens? Like as you're walking up, I'm like at the
I'll
gate.
re-roll, but
currently.
it's an 8.
That's fine. Okay.
I think we
I'll fix
agreed
it.
that everybody was up
Close
together.
by.
Yeah.
Can I move my token then? Like a bit
Yeah,
closer?
everybody's right there. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Just gonna
wow.
pop myself next to Sorsha here. I like you, Sorsha.
I like it too.
Let me roll initiative. Fuck.
You're so distracted by my beauty.
Really? Yeah, I just can't see anybody right now.
Why does it automatically do
Okay.
that? No, don't do that.
All right. So, with everybody. Oh, and then Esmeralda, right? I'm going to have her be right
Yeah,
here.
she's super important to all of this, please.
Oh yeah, she should be like
Okay.
in front of us, if anything.
So,
Everybody should be in front of me. I don't know how I
with that,
Here's how
Katya,
many damn
you are first.
PCs we've lost.
Are you kidding me?
Katya, you are first. You see this
Yep. It's my turn to lose something now.
thing
Uh-oh.
I'm not
getting down on all fours. You're not on there?
I'm not on the list. I got 19.
Okay.
That's weird. It
I
should be.
selected.
Interesting.
How dare you?
There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
got a 19 as well. So, Katya, you are first. What would you like to do?
I'm going to just whisper in between Esmeralda and Arxes and just say, I'm going to be in front of you. And I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna ready my action to I'm just gonna ready to baseball swing this thing across the head when it
Cool.
charges.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Arxes. You feel Katya just in front of you. She puts her hand in front of you so you know where she is.
I will move slightly, staying in the same space.
Sure.
I'm gonna move slightly to the side so that if it gets past Katya, or if Katya doesn't take it down in one blow, I'm gonna hold my action also to swing at it right after.
Okay. Go ahead with that. And Esmeralda is going to just look to the side
all
and
of it.
seeing you all prepare, she's going to take the same step and just stand there waiting, kind of looking towards Johans as well. But that is her turn. Sorsha, you are up.
All right, so I'm gonna see everyone just, I guess, getting into battle mode.
Okay.
So this person is animalistic.
Yes, you can see similar to the creature person that had been walking past you that looks like the wolven donkey mix. This looks to be similar, though it's hard to tell details because there is a large cloak on them.
Okay.
But they have, as they see you, have gotten down on all fours. Their back arching a little bit.
I would like to try speak with animals.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and ping speak with animals. Okay. So you cast speak with animals. What would you like to do?
Hello. We're not here to hurt you. If you would like, we could avenge this transformation that happened to you. But we are not here to harm you.
Okay. You say this.
Yes.
Then it comes to her. You see her just standing there.
Well, I know you understood me. I get okay.
She gets up. She looks at each of you and
Water.
says, I am beautiful. I do not need to be changed. But you,
Go, girl.
I was told that we would be getting visitors. She takes up her hand, begins licking it.
She's like a cat. Spray her water.
Johans
Oh God.
gets down
Okay.
onto her
God.
all fours
Gives me
again.
the willies.
Johans, it is your turn.
Ew.
Hold on. I'm just gonna.
Joe.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot her.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll. Does a 25 hit?
A 25 does hit, dealing that
That's
10
a
damage.
25.
10 damage.
Okay. And at that, Esmeralda shoots hers.
Yes. Go, baby. Kill him.
Go, baby. Go, baby. Go.
Does she look like the cats from Cats the movie?
That's one.
That-
She does
Assuming
not.
it's
Don't
like
even
she-
bring
No.
that up, please.
I already
No,
made that
she
up.
does
Does she have a
not.
CGI butthole?
That's what
Yeah.
I think she looks
Oh,
like. in
gosh.
real
That's what I'm
So
imagining.
cloaked. Stop.
Johans, you roll over to the side and you see a look of recognition from her.
I shoot between everybody's legs.
Sure. You
Because
move
I'm
over to the
small.
side in order to get a shot through
Okay.
everybody. And you see like a short look of recognition before 3 crossbow bolts land directly into her and she falls. And falls
Ellie
dead.
tried.
I look through the window next to me. Do the other people inside realize what happened?
Do a stealth check. As you're looking through the window.
And we don't have what's this called? Do we?
Oh, we don't. Yeah, once we start attacking, we don't get.
24.
Doesn't fucking matter. Never mind.
Wait, pass without a trace goes away after attacking?
That's what I was asking.
No, because
But it
don't
doesn't
think
really
so.
matter because
Oh,
you rolled a 24.
sorry.
So
speak
Yeah.
with animals is in concentration. So
Yeah, no.
you would still have concentration on the other spell. That's why I was
good.
Is pass without trace
Ah.
concentration?
I believe
Awesome.
so.
I believe so, yeah.
Wild.
it is. Yes.
Okay.
It
So
is
you would
yes.
So 34.
I thought so 34.
That's correct.
You look through and you see there is the man that's standing just next to the tower of a woman looks over. He looks over and you can't see what he's doing, but he nods and then returns speaking with this.
When they took
Well-
get that body out of you now. I speak into Arxes' mind because I can't see Katya.
Wait, what did you say?
And we need to get that body out of you now.
As soon as Johan says that to me, I'm going to run over there, dashing,
Oh, probably
lift
shouldn't have
it.
told that to the least stealthy fucker in the group.
I mean, he did though.
I did.
He's gonna lift the body and chuck it over that wall.
Do a stealth check.
Jeez.
However, this time
Football.
you are outside of the range
Oh, dude.
of pass without trace.
Okay, I should have.
Dun,
I should have picked my options.
I got disadvantage, but I'm also kind of like the strongest one here, so it's okay.
Really now?
That's not how things work.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
pretty
is.
strong, Dad.
Are you gonna?
Gotta-
11.
It's not terrible, but it's not good.
Hey,
that
it's
body's
me.
gonna land just short of the wall, man.
You see the same person that you had seen before
The dog
coming
person.
around
The
coming
dog
around the
butt.
corner,
The
And-
donkey.
Shh.
just looking directly at you,
Shh.
There's
and then
probably a
going to
moment-
turn and run away.
Oh,
Oh gosh,
It's an alert. It's an alarm.
Oh
Um,
shit.
I got a thing. I think.
Okay,
Chuck your short at it.
roll initiative. I would say that Arxes And Katya, since you're in that spot, you were looking, you're able to see. Both of you roll initiative real quick. Because this is happening at the same time.
I'm gonna use my action.
You need to clear, yeah.
Do that
Oh,
again.
let me do this first.
So I got a 14 for them.
That looks like a 2 to me.
Wait,
And a
did that,
10.
that go in there?
It did. Well, it didn't show up, but you have a 10. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Katya, you are first to go. Is there anything you would like to do?
So this is the horrible donkey man.
That is the horrible donkey man that you are able to
Okay.
see
Donkey man.
after
He
the
saw-
aftermath of this cat woman.
Right, and he saw Arxes throw the cat's cat over the wall, and now
Correct.
he's running away.
Yep.
Okay, great. Awesome.
You see him like turning to run, but hasn't just yet.
Oh, I was not prepared for this. Okay. Um. Oh, okay. I'm gonna dash up next to him and do nothing.
Fucking Sentinel, you son of a fucking bitch.
Jesus.
Alrighty.
Disappointed.
Well,
I can't even imagine that
they're
in real
running.
life. Katya just like sprinted.
They get on all fours and they begin running away, doing a disengage action. But
You know what that means?
Would they wouldn't be able to know to disengage, right? Anyway,
Huh?
Because Katya's invisible, no?
Yeah, I'm invisible.
sure, I
They
mean,
wouldn't-
like, oh, that's
They get
right. Yeah,
sentinel-
they would
they get
do a
sentinels
dash.
anyway.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
100% right.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
they would do a dash. So that is, they're making their way to here unless you hit. So go ahead and do an attack. Fucking natural 20 definitely hits. So
Jesus.
you grab
Nice.
onto this creature. As they're about to book it and run, you grab onto them and you bring your silvered longsword directly into them, dealing, let's see, so that is
13.
Yeah,
Oh,
the 6
great.
is good. Okay,
Sounds
so
great.
that
Those
is
nat 20s go.
13 damage. Damn. Okay, and they are unable to move. Arxes, you are up.
Yeah.
You just get done throwing the body over this wall, and you look around and you see Katya now appearing, grabbing this creature that you had seen just before.
Oh, I hate being so slow. I'm going to dash to get over there because that's the only way I can get over there.
Sure.
And I
Briskly
believe
jog.
that's all I can do for now. Actually, I'm going to move here.
All right. Now everybody roll initiative.
Oh man.
Or should I cook my thing again just to get in the...
Sure, yeah, go ahead and do that.
You
And then
rolled
we'll
a 10.
Oh my gosh, I have the same initiative as Sorsha. Wait, not Sorsha. Wait, who's that?
Oh no,
I'm blind.
It's the
the
monster.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing.
The horrible
My
donkey
bad.
man.
Okay.
Wow.
Stop
So-
trying to copy me.
if I can
I'm
move
so
Bringing
my-
it all the way
sorry. I
down
looked at
to
your dog picture and
Esmeralda.
I was like, it's the same color.
Esmeralda is going to come over here, hoping to get within 30 feet. Well, I don't think she has disadvantage, actually, now that I think of it.
On a crossbow?
Am I faster than the dog thing?
Hey, Katya, what's your dex?
Good question. 16?
Ah, shit. I have 16 too.
Rollies.
Let's roll it.
Alright, hold on.
Rollies.
15.
65.
Fucker.
All right, she'll have disadvantage. She'll have disadvantage on this attack, but she's going to go ahead and do, 19 on that one, which hits for that much, and then another attack with disadvantage, which is 11,
12?
which does not hit. Oh, it does,
Well-
actually. Sorry. So she is also able to come in and
It's like a million
2
hits.
bolts.
This is why I love that woman.
It's beautiful.
She says, what is the plan here? Are we going to just kill everyone? We could do it, but sooner or later they're going to come out.
But I just wanted to kill one person, not all of them.
Are we ready?
Put that one
Arxes
over
is
there too.
Arxes is again picking up the body.
We commit. At this point, we have to commit.
The more we kill now before we find the one person, the less
Jesus
we'll have to
Christ.
kill all at once.
I say he
True.
already knows you're here. Seems like the one before said. So why are we sneaking?
To not take them all at once.
I'm going to walk along the
I don't
wall,
understand.
Okay.
ducking under the windows so I don't get seen.
I don't
And
get it.
then I'll go over like there.
Can I do-
One of the things that Arxes, as you turn back around, you notice
No. Is there another fucker?
perched on the
Got a bird
walls
person?
above you, you see
bird
a
person,
metallic
though?
bird
Let's go. Oh.
Oh, God.
looking.
I didn't see that with
Directly
my
towards you.
perception with Luna.
I-
Before? Come on.
How high up is it?
It's fine.
It's only like 10 feet up.
Arxes is like
Are you having
6'2".
Luna go around like constantly?
Luna's been flying this entire time.
Okay.
Okay.
So then go ahead and do a perception check for Luna then.
16.
Okay. One sec. I don't have that character sheet open. Yeah, Luna wouldn't have spotted it. I rolled a 14 and they have.
Bullshit. This is bullshit.
Can I like jump
I
and
don't
grab
agree
it?
with this ruling.
It's like 15 feet in the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I
You
double
said
jump
10,
and
you
grab
said
it?
10
Can I see?
before.
Do I see
You
the bird?
said 10.
Or not?
Arxes would have been able to. I mean, it's very clearly there at this
Oh.
point.
15 feet in the
It-
Yeah,
air.
just like point at it.
Perched up
What-
onto one
Can
of the
you-
scarecrows, and
Can you ping where it is?
Yeah.
it's like at the top of here.
Okay, I can't see that.
Mm,
It's just like Metal Gear Solid.
But you
I'm
just
gonna
see it
shoot it.
looking.
I would have helped you guys.
Not
a little bit.
moving.
I have, like, stuff.
Can I? Have we been made
Here you
aware
go.
of this bird?
Here, your full sword.
Yeah, I pointed. I would say, is that a bad thing?
Shit.
I would just look at Esmeralda. Like, can you?
Yes,
Shit.
that is a bad thing. Johans, there's another
they
one
got-
there. Go for it. Go ahead and make a shot.
I was trying to get Esmeralda to do it, but she didn't take the bait.
it's fine. 13 to hit.
Now I actually have to open up the
I'm chasing a bird.
metal bird.
Am I crazy or did the initiative disappear?
I deleted it.
We're not-
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I move over?
Mm.
You guys?
Yes.
Of course you can.
There it is.
Unless we're in combat, you can move your token wherever you want to go. You know that.
I'm not too familiar with the non-combat rules.
Armor class is
Move
very
over
low.
here. Actually, right
And
here,
you're
next
able
to this
to-
window.
It's destroyed, effectively. It falls to the ground of the battlement that's just above you, but you now, in this position, see the open doors of this abbey, this open area where you see a well at the center, and
this.
different pins where you can see
He's gonna make us wait
flies
another week.
and
This fucker.
all sorts of muck overflowing out of it. You see different doors leading to places that are unseen, but specifically you're able to see there are 2 doors that lead into the 2 different wings of the abbey. What would you like to do?
Let's go in.
This feels like a trap.
So,
I feel horrible.
Begin
Arxes will-
making your way inside.
Arxes
And-
will go in first. to
You
try
go
to-
inside, and you don't see any sort of resistance whatsoever. Till you find the door opening once more from your right, and then quickly closing.
Did I see anything in there?
Do a perception check.
Okay. 14?
Yes, you saw another sort of monstrosity. Though it was too quick for you to get any details, you did see that there was another type of grafted creature.
No, it's in there, right?
No, it was over on this other side. From here, every time the bell has rung, you begin to hear howls and screams and unearthly sounds coming from within.
I point to that door. Because that's where all the pain is coming from. And if I know one thing about my master, wherever he is, the pain follows.
Okay,
Can I go peek in the window
sure.
of this?
You go ahead and do a perception check.
At 20.
Natural 20.
My good eyes.
Good, yes. Well, let me reveal this area for you.
Got the 20/20 vision. Nat 20 vision? Huh?
Yeah.
Eh?
Of
I'm with
course,
it.
of course.
Oh my god.
Move that. Within this area, you see broken wood just in front of you, and as you approach this window, you see this similar figure to what Johans had seen, a 8-foot tall thing. But this one isn't dressed. This one is just walking. You see stitches covering its entire body. It's 8-foot tall figure just slowly clambering its way down this hallway until it slowly gets out of sight.
I'm going to approach the front door.
I lean over to Johans and I say, "Oh, where'd you go?" And I move over. And then I lean over to Johans
It's not there.
And-
It's over there.
and I go, "Are we still sure that stealth is the right option?"
The stealthier we are, the less crowds we're going to gather.
As you're talking,
I was gonna check the door, but okay.
as you're reaching for the door, you hear from the other side of the courtyard. Well. Welcome. Welcome. And you see that very beautiful man. Hair
Oh my God,
is
he's hot?
flowing golden. He stands there with his hands behind his back, and the 8-foot tall woman just next to him says, "Our guests have finally arrived. Please, come. Come." And he stands there waiting.
I'm gonna reach out to Katya when I know she's outside. I'm going to tell her to be ready.
Okay.
I like
And I
turn my attention from the
fucking
window back over to the
follow.
courtyard.
All right. So you follow into this
Yep,
large room.
I have my crossbow at the ready.
Okay.
But I follow.
You follow into this large room where you hear this gentle sounding music emanating from above. You see a cauldron sitting on an iron rack above a fire in the hearth. And above the fireplace hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. On the left, you see a wooden staircase climbing to the upper level, while to the right, a stone staircase that descends into darkness. See several chairs surrounding a long wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room, with many place settings that are all neatly arranged on the table, expecting company. Standing just in front of the table, you see the young man wearing his brown monk robes, blonde hair continuing to shimmer with the firelight behind. Standing just next to him, that 8-foot-tall young woman with very white skin, pale, dressed in this dirty white wedding dress with the veil covering her face still. You can see just under, peeking through auburn hair. They both stand facing you. And he looks to each of you, and finally towards you, Johans, and says, "Well, Archibald has told me about you. Told me that you would be coming. Welcome. Please, take a seat. Basilka, take a seat as well." And he begins bringing her around the table into the two spots on the opposite end of the table. And he just references the seats in front of him. "There are things we must talk about."
Arxes is going to move over here and lean against the railing and say, "Wow, what a lovely place you have here," as he's looking out the window. Then he's going to whisper as low as he can because he knows his daughter can hear him because he knows what's going on. And he's going to say, "Be ready."
With the window being there,
as I see Arxes move over there,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to just out loud go, "So what are you supposed to be? His new bitch?"
Oh! Your words cannot hurt me. I know my purpose. And he has told me yours. Please, sit.
I was trying to help hide the Arxes' little
Arxes,
whisper.
even though you're trying to whisper, but this is one, stone walls, and two, the closed window. Leilyn,
Yeah.
go ahead and do a perception check.
My spell's open.
I would say in this case, disadvantage.
Okay.
Get a high roll. Oh,
Fuck.
damn it.
You can see that he's referencing over towards you, but nothing. And as you're looking through the window, I would like you to do a stealth check as well.
Okay. Okay. I got this. Oh. Press the Windows key. Man, I'm...
Arxes,
Not it
unfortunately, as you make your way over towards that, you see that with the focus that he has on Johans, he looks towards you and then looks towards the window and says, "Ah, I see that all of you are not joining us yet. I will wait." And then looks over towards you, Leilyn.
I'm gonna kind of... I'll stay in the doorway.
Okay.
How about that? I won't really fully enter just yet.
So you finally come into this area, but in the doorway.
In the doorway.
Well, is this everyone?
Yes.
I believe
Sorsha
so.
can't lie. Sorsha can't lie.
Stay
Oh,
quiet, goddammit! I will say I believe so.
Good. One sec.
No. He's looking up the rules for Fireball.
Am I?
I'd be fucked up.
Do it, I dare you.
So he just looks towards you and says, "Good."
I haven't moved from
Sure.
just inside the door.
Well, please. I will not hurt you, if that's what you're afraid of. I have better things to do.
I can imagine. Can I do does he seem altered in any way?
Do a perception check.
Okay. 17.
From what you can see, no. And what you can see, it looks like his skin is perfect. It looks like his eyes are that deep blue.
You're not gonna romance me, John. Stop.
Oh, but there ever was a person. But he just sits.
I'm assuming she does look like she looks shady as fuck.
Even with a 17, you're not able to see through the veil. It's very dirty and tattered,
Okay.
but still covering her face.
One last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any tripwires, any type of shenanigans in the room other than the two of them?
Go ahead and do another perception check for that.
You're at perception.
You
9.
do not see anything with a 9. Everything seems fine.
Although I
Everything
did
seems
walk
fine.
through there, and it seemed like nothing tripped off when I walked through.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it is specifically built for me, but I don't know
Get a
anything
point.
about that stuff. So I'm gonna tentatively just move forward to about there.
You move forward.
I still have my crossbow out.
Yeah, nothing happens.
So what is your purpose?
He references over to the woman sitting next to him. Vasilka. I am teaching her to do your customs, learn your culture, become human.
So what,
Please.
you're some kind of...
Sit. Esmeralda just next to you.
I'm gonna speak into her mind
Mm-hmm.
and say, don't sit next to me. And I'm going to go and sit there.
Okay. She comes and sits here, looking over towards you.
I just give her a soft nod.
Suppose I'll sit too. I will sit here.
Actually, are they sitting where they are on the map?
I'd imagine so.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sit at the head of the table, like a
Power move.
yeah,
Okay.
True.
Leilyn?
and I'm gonna just
I very much tapped the seat next to me.
I'm gonna begrudgingly sit next to my father.
Katya, what are you doing at this moment?
I imagine I watched Leilyn go inside around the gate, and I was like creeping up along the wall to like hang out there. So I feel like I would have just taken her spot, and now I'm
Go ahead and do
And
a
I've been
stealth check.
not even. I might not have even like peeked. I feel like I'm just kind of like hanging out there,
Listening.
like like waiting for a loud noise or some kind of action to
there
happen.
will be a loud noise.
Okay, go ahead and do a
Scream.
perception check with disadvantage.
Screaming.
11.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
Got it.
Luna is going to down to Katya.
Okay.
Okay.
So what exactly do you want from me?
Well, I was hoping. See, I have a bit of an agreement with your master. Getting straight to business, I'm so sorry. I'm the abbot. And this is Vasilka. Vasilka, say hi. And you see her hand come up, her face not moving. Vasilka. We say hello to people. Good. As I was saying, your master had a deal that he would be helping me with Vasilka, of course. And there was one final piece that we need. I'm sure you can tell what that is. And he lifts up the veil, and you see this muscly, tendon-filled face. You can see her teeth exposed, her eyeballs moving around. You can see the muscles from her neck pulsing with every movement. She looks over towards each of you. Her big grin showing.
I'm gonna look
And then
at her.
he brings the veil down.
I'm gonna whisper into her mind. Are you even alive?
You get no response.
And what exactly do you give him in return? Turn a blind eye to his monstrosities?
Oh, his experiments are... Let's just say that our goals align.
So you are his bitch.
Again, you cannot hurt me with your words. I know my purpose.
Yeah, so does
But
insects on the ground.
that brings
I don't
me
say
to
that out
your
loud. I was
purpose.
just,
Sure.
me mumbling to myself.
That brings us to your purpose. All of your purpose. I was told that Vasilka's face is ready and within Archibald's manor. He says that I could come any time, but he also stated that he wanted to see you. So, he made me wait. And I have more than enough time. So, that's where you come in. Please, gather Vasilka's face, and in exchange, I agree to aid you by resurrecting anyone that you may have lost.
No, Katya didn't hear that, but Zack is shocked.
Do we have an agreement?
So
He looks over towards Vasilka, where you see this string of drool coming from her chin. No, Vasilka. We do not show our bodily fluids at the dinner table.
I hate this man.
Oh, that's confusing with all that shit spewing out of your mouth.
Every word of it is true. If you would like, you may leave. If you were to follow this road, out past the garden, you will eventually come to Archibald's manor. He is waiting for you. And you will have safe passage, I assure you.
I'm gonna speak into Esmeralda's mind real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just one word. One question. Kill?
You just hear a sentence back. Even Van Richten isn't powerful enough to resurrect someone.
Fine, I say out loud. But I
Good.
want you to prove to me that you have this power.
He said you were a conniving type. I assure
You're
you,
the best.
I do have the power. How can I prove it to you? Without, of course, giving this power to you.
You have the power to bring back the dead. Why? And I gestured generally to the lady. Why this charade?
It is not a charade. This is of our own making. The perfect bride for Strahd von Zarovich.
See,
He has confusing tastes.
But, alas, I do not need to prove to you that I can do this. This is completely up to you, whether or not you complete this quest or not. I am more than capable of going there myself. But Archibald asked a favor of me. And so, here I am. You are free to go. I will not harm you. He stands up. Vasilka, would you care to dance? She just, without any, other movement, just pushes the chair back and you just hear this. She stands up,
I love her.
puts
She's
her hand out. He grabs it. Would any of you care to dance?
we'll get you your face. I stand up and I begin to head out the door.
Esmeralda follows. And I imagine everyone else does, unless otherwise stating.
I do. Before we all get up, I say to Johans, I was like, are there any questions that you would love answered that he is not answering?
Frankly, I'd rather not take anything. I'm replying in his mind. I'd rather not take anything from a monster such as this. At least Strahd has potentially some curse that turns him into a monster. This is just the worst.
Very well. And I stand up and leave.
Sorsha will. I'll stand up, look at both of them, incline my head, ladies, and then follow them out.
Oh yeah.
And as you begin to leave this, you see them begin to move ever so gently on Vasilka's end, but very beautifully moved by the abbots. You leave this room without any sort of resistance.
I hate that he's beautiful.
Once outside, out loud for everybody to hear. We'll deal with that fucker once we're done with my master. One thing at a time.
So, you begin making your way down the trail. You begin making your way down the trail.
Making my way downtown.
The rocky cliffs turn to a lush forest. Snow covering the ground. You continue walking until the trees part revealing this manor. Beautifully made. It stands alone, the sounds of the forest in the background, and inviting you in. But before we get there, we're going to end tonight's session, picking it up next week.
Fucker.
Oh man.
Fucking hate you.
It's going to be exciting. I'm so goddamn excited. Oh,
Yeah, man.
so excited.
I'm
Anyways,
slightly horrified about the amount of creatures we've discovered today.
Yeah, none of those things survived today.
I
Out of the misery.
when you said you were liking the body horror, I was like, yes, because it's coming.
This is my shit. You can ask Extell right here. I like to sprinkle some spooky stuff into my own stuff. So
I've
good.
experienced this.
I'm loving it.
excited.
I am loving it. Well, everybody that has joined us, thank you so much. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. No worries if you don't. Share with your friends. Tell them about it, because we want more people here. We love telling stories, and we'd love to have a community built here. If you're watching the recording of the episode, thank you. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Give us a rating on any podcast channel that you're listening to. And make sure to follow us on social media. You can find us at TalkingXP. But anyways, thank you all so much. Make sure to level up, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.